Good day and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Guys, today we'll be looking at chapter 7 of standard 7, which is sampling distribution. Now, with sampling distribution, we have four or three that we are going to use. Now, number one, we're going to use this one, which is standard. We call it standard error of the mean. Then number two, we're going to use this one. We call it standard error of the proportion. And then in number three, we are going to use the test statistic, which is this one, and then also you're going to use this one, which is four formulas. Okay, with chapter 7, remember I said we are talking about the sampling distribution. So we have the sampling distribution, which is classified as the sampling distribution of the mean or the sampling distribution of the proportion. So now we'll be talking about the sample mean. So when we are talking about the sample mean, we are talking about this. That is when we are talking about the sample mean. And another thing, when we are talking about the population mean, we are talking about this. Also, you need to know the definition of inference. Remember, when we are talking about the inference, that is where we are talking about making an assumption, or that is where we make deduction about the population that is based on the sample data. And then remember, with the sampling distribution, we have number one, we have the sampling distribution of the mean. Number two, you have the sampling distribution of proportion. Okay, now let us talk about the sampling distribution of the mean. Okay, when we are talking about the sampling distribution of the mean, that is where we are talking about the distribution of the means of all possible sample of given size, meaning that is where we are talking about the mean of all possible sample data or sample means. So that is where we have the population mean. Now the sample mean is unbiased because the expected value, remember, when we are talking about the expected value, we are talking about this, the expected value of the sample mean, sorry about that, the expected value we are talking about, E of the sample mean, is equal to the population mean, which is remember, population mean, we are talking about you. Now we are going to do this. Now that's the expected value of the mean of the sample mean is equal to the population mean. Now we have the standard error of the mean. The standard error of the mean, we have something like this. We have something like this. So we call it standard error of the mean. Now standard error of the mean is equal to the standard deviation in the population of all possible sample means. So now let us look at exam question where we are required to calculate the standard error of the mean. Okay, October, November 2019. Question 15 reads as follows. Consider an infinite population with a mean of 160 and a standard deviation of 25. Okay. A random sample of size 64 is taken from this population. Okay. The standard error of the mean equals, we have a mean which is 160. Okay, we have a mean which is 160, and then we have the standard deviation which is which is 25. Now guys, when we are talking about the random sample of size, that is where we are talking about n. So we have n, which is 64. Okay, then we are required to calculate the standard error of the mean. Now remember, when we are working with the standard error of the mean, remember to use this formula. Standard error of the mean is equal to standard deviation over root n. N, we call it the random sample of size. Now going to do this. We have a standard deviation which is 25 over into root 64. Okay, the answer is 3.125. Now let us go and look at that, check out that question, which is question 15. Can you see it, guys? We got 3.125, which is option 5.